Olya walked along the winding park path and breathed in the fresh summer air with a deep chest. The phone vibrated in her purse. The girl took it out and answered the call. Allo. Good afternoon, Olga. You have just received a service. May I ask you a few questions? A cute female voice sounded on the other end of the line. Oh sure. Good. Olga, tell me, did everything correspond to the scenario? Yes, completely. Did you enjoy it? Yes, and not just pleasure, but pleasure. Olga was still covered with the received emotions. This is good, we are very glad that we were able to satisfy your desire. And finally, would you recommend our company to your friends and acquaintances? I didn't just recommend, but I will contact you myself. Fine. Maybe I'll sign you up right now? Yes, let's do it. A week before that call, Olya left the metro and went to the business center located in the very center of the city. Passing through the doors with photocells, the girl went to the reception. Hello. How can I help you? Greeted Olya, a pretty skinny girl of Asian appearance with a badge. Layla. Administrator. Good day. I signed up for 2 hours in the Pole company, answered Olya, nervously adjusting her glasses. Wait a minute. Yes, there is. Olga, right. Yes, they are already waiting for you. Go to the elevator to the left, 20th floor, office 20154. Thank you. Olya went to the elevators, fiddling with her purse and often straightening her glasses. A sign next to the door said floor. Helping lonely people. Your desires are our job. Olya knocked and slowly opened the door with the words, Hello Olga, I'm tired of waiting for you. Come in quickly, have a seat. My name is Yulia, I am your personal manager. I beg. Julia pointed to Olya on the leather sofa. She herself sat in the same leather chair. The company's office looked more like a psychologist's office, a sofa, 2 armchairs, an electric fireplace, a large plasma TV on the wall, and paintings by various artists. But most of all, Olya liked the panoramic window over the entire wall, behind which a gorgeous view of the city opened up. You have very nice here, said Olya, comfortably sitting on the sofa. Make yourself at home, said Yulia and crossed her legs. I found your ad. Olya was still nervous, and did not fully understand whether she should do it. Besides, she thought that Julia, otherwise, why did she so clearly showed her underwear? I have not had a young man for a long time. Olya is bolder. Julia smiled, as it seemed to Olya, the ad indicates that you fulfill any desires. Yes, that's right, the only limitation is your financial capabilities. So what would you like? I would like it. Olya blushed and lowered her eyes in embarrassment. What exactly would you like? All at once, Olya did not let Yulia finish the phrase. So, Julia pressed several buttons, or rather the sound was as if she was pressing the buttons, in fact she was using a tablet computer. Do not pay attention, this is our corporate slang. Julia smiled again. Yes, well, I understood. Olya began to relax and only now realized that pleasant music was playing in the office and there was some kind of relaxing aroma. And so, do you want all this at the same time or in turn? Take turns, first. Olya hesitated. Olya is bolder. Julia leaned over to the girl and put her hand on her knee, covered with a long skirt. Olya said it quickly and took a deep breath and a long breath. Great, now let's decide on the type. Julia, hitting the tablet with her thin fingers, turned to the TV, on which photos of the guys began to appear. What young people do you prefer, Olya? Can I contact you? Yes, of course. Olya almost completely relaxed. I would like a mulatto, pumped up, but not too much, and that there was everywhere shaved, and that 25 centimeters. Olya, a good choice. Julia made a few more manipulations on the tablet screen and said, look at the screen. This one. Olya pointed to the guy at number 10. Now let's decide whether he will be alone or do you want someone else? 1, answered Olya, and added, what's this? Inscriptions appeared on the screen, and this is how you want this to be for you. Yulia continued to smile at the same time. I'll show you everything now, it will be clearer than explaining. George. A naked young man entered the office. Olya did not even notice that there is another door in the wall, from which he appeared. This is George, we will show you everything now, said Yulia, got up and unbuttoned her blouse. George, 4 acts starting from the first. Olya, look. Georgie went up to Yulia, kissed her tenderly and sat her on the table. After about a minute, George took it out, and now, hard romance. Georgie, start, said Yulia. Again, according to Ollie's feelings, everything stopped in a minute. Olya, now, just hard, I'll say right away, not everyone chooses him. Georgie, start, and the guy pulled Julia off the table by force, turned her back to him. The guy made sharp and quick movements, so that the table began to shake. When Georgie stopped, Julia said, and now, hard, X, this is the choice of units. Georgie, start. The guy turned Julia to face him and hit several times on the cheeks, then put on his knees. Then, just as forcefully and rudely, Georgie threw Julia on the floor on his back, greatly parted his legs and squeezed his throat a little. The girl resisted, but the guy repulsed all her attacks and continued, periodically squeezing her hips tightly. Now you have seen all the options, what do you choose? Julia asked, as if nothing had happened, straightening her clothes and makeup. Hard romance, answered Olya. She was slightly shocked, but she liked it all that she saw. Olya, we now have a special offer, a discount for the first time on Hard XX, at the price it will cost like a regular Hard. But if you're not ready, I agree. Okay, now let's discuss the script. Do you have any wishes? Yes, I want to go to the park. Great, now it remains to sign a few papers and decide on the time. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Do you want to discuss the time in advance or will it be a surprise for you? Let it be a surprise. I love these clients, they take everything at once, you will not regret it. So, you need to sign a service agreement, where we will describe the scenario in detail. Next, you will need to pay for health insurance, starting with Hard, it is mandatory, as well as a statement that you will not have any claims to the performer, namely to number 10, since you chose Hard XX. And yes, one more thing, at this level the performer himself chooses where and when. You can exclude something from the T, but then it will be the usual Hard, and the option Hard XX necessarily provides for the T. No, I take everything at once.